What's up, guys? This is Adventures with Akhil, and today I want to talk about friendship. So, all of my lessons in this are all to do with friendship qualities, friendship traits, what makes a good friend, what makes you a good friend. So, let's jump into it. The first thing I want to talk about is I actually want to talk about a story from my past, a story which maybe you'll learn from. This will show you what makes good friends, what friendship traits I actually value, and maybe you'll be able to relate to it. So, I went to school. At 13 years old, I was in school, obviously. And in school, I was friends with this one guy. Nice guy, but he was always getting into trouble. One day we're at school and we're in the playground. This group of bullies start to push my friend around. They start, not physically, they just start throwing things at him. And me and my whole group are with my friend. They throw like bits of trash, and it kind of goes back and forth. And the objects which are being thrown become larger. It goes from a little piece of paper to a plastic bag to maybe a sandwich. And lastly, my friend threw a Coke can at them. Now, look, I don't agree with the situation. I should have been more observant and aware. I should have stopped this whole situation from happening, which could have been a better friendship trait than I had at the time. But I was young. And, we're always learning, we're always evolving. That's why I hope you guys watch these videos, and I hope you guys learn something. But yeah, back to the story. What ends up happening is he throws the Coke can at them. Now they freak out. They are super angry with him. And they decide violence is the way. So, about 5 of them all chase my friend. Now, my friend sprints. He's really fast. He sprints onto the field, and now he's running, and the 5 of them are chasing him. No matter how fast you are, if 5 guys are chasing you, chances are they're going to catch you. Well, who's going to save my friend? I mean, are we just going to let him get caught by these guys? And I look at all my friends, and I can see they're all like cheering, like, oh, look at him go, look how fast he is. And I don't even say anything to them. I'm horrified. I mean, what kind of friends do we have here? This group of friends they're not my friends. They're just standing around looking at this happen. They're not at all thinking about their friend, my friend on the field. They don't care about him. I mean, if they're just going to stand by and watch like their friend get hurt. But for me, in that split second, I knew who I was. I knew some of the friendship traits I value. I want someone who has my back, someone who's loyal to me, not someone who just views me as some entertainment. You watch me run around the field. What does that even mean? So I decide, with my lunchbox in hand, I was literally mid-bite on my little pizzas for lunch. And I decide, no ways, I'm not going to let my friend go down like this. So I start running, running at the top of my speed. And I manage to catch up just as they catch him on the field. Now they catch him, one guy slaps him across the face while the other one holds him. Now I get there, and now in my mind I know, these are 5 guys, we are 2 guys. This is 5 on 2, things aren't looking great. I would like to avoid this fight as much as possible, but at the same time, if we can't avoid this, then I will stand next to my friend and I'll fight. Because this is my friend, I'm not going to just let them hit him and not. So I get there and I push the main one off. As he just slapped him, after that I push him off and I say, relax. And I manage to control him and control the situation and get everyone to relax and realize like this was blown out of proportion. There's no need for this violence. So I calm down the main guy, and obviously his other friends listen because he's the leader, clearly. In the end of it, the main guy actually ends up apologizing to my friend. I'm sorry for hitting you. I got angry when you threw the can. Then my friend also apologized to him. In this situation, I think the ones who had the most characters or qualities which I value is me and actually the bully and my friend. But it was crazy. Now let's look at the different traits of friendships in this situation. My group of friends, I mean, look, they're just bystanders. They don't actually value your friendship. They never actually had my back. They never had my friend's back. They just stood and watched. So, do I value these friends? No. No, I don't want to be friends with these types of people. And you need to be willing to walk away, guys. Honestly. If you have a good friend, they should have certain qualities which you value. And you really need to go now and start to write down, what qualities do I value? The first thing. So, right, number one, qualities I value. Number two, qualities that I have, which I think are good to other friends. And then number three, why do I value these qualities? What makes these qualities important to me? Because, guys, everyone can say the basic things. Oh, I want a friend who's loyal. I want a friend who doesn't gossip. I want a friend who I can depend on. Basic stuff, guys. I mean, anyone can say that. But what I want you guys to do is more than that. Because people say these things, but they don't do it. I can say that I'm a loyal friend, but maybe I'm not. Or I want a friend who's loyal to me, but maybe I'm not even a loyal friend myself. So these are things you need to think about. But back to the situation. They never came to save you. They were just going to see you get beaten by some group of guys. They didn't care. But what about the bully's friends? His friends weren't good either. Were they looking out for his best interests? Or were they just egging him on? Yeah, beat him up, hit him more, They just wanted more action, more violence. They were entertained. They love participating in this kind of thing. But when the bully gets into trouble after all of this, you think they're going to be around? You think they'll have his back? They won't. These aren't good friends. Now, over time, over your experiences in your life, you'll get to see who your friends are, who your good friends are, who your bad friends are. And honestly, guys, you guys should realize that, quality friendship is unmatched. At this moment in my life, I have some really quality friends, honestly. I don't have many friends. I'm very picky about the people I spend time with. But I have really good friends and I have really good family. Because, guys, we can use this. All of these qualities we can use for our friends and our family. Over time, you'll get to see which friends are around for which reasons. Maybe these friends are only friends with you because you have money, or you have status, or you have fame, or you have something that they desire. Or maybe because they know that some people will be friends with people who are weaker than them, because then they know they'll always feel better when they're around this person. These aren't good things, guys. These are never good things. Now you need to think about what makes a good friend to you. Do the homework, guys. I've given you homework now. The traits you value in friends, the traits you think that you have that are good for friends, and which your friends should value in you. And then the last thing, number 3, why? Why are these things valuable to you? And how do you know that these things are valuable? How do you know that your friends have these traits or that you have these traits? How do you know? So I want you guys to go home and do this homework, because my story should really teach you something. It should show you the world that we live in and how to pick better friends. And look, guys, I'm always there for you. If you have any questions, or if you want to even talk about your experiences, maybe you also have stories. Look, I also have good stories. I have stories with the good friends that I have now. I have many stories to show me that they have the certain qualities, and that I always know I can trust them and I can depend on them, and that they're my real friends. I know for sure, because I've had these experiences. I hope you guys learned something. Until next week.